Welcome back, YouTube and Tower Defenders. It's Ethan DX here again with another Evolution Series update on my tower. We are on week 55. It is Friday, January 9th. And so I guess this is like the first week of first week of January 2026. We did some extensive testing on the Multiverse Nexus. Overall coins. Here, let's just jump into the update because we're going to get into. I want to get through the beginning quickly, and then the tournament progress. We'll put in a bunch of tournament clips, and then we'll get to the update. So, already on the tiers. Nothing changed here. I did no wave pushings. We just were doing Multiverse Nexus testing. We are at 24.06Q. So compared to last week, 21.48Q. So about a 2.5Q gain. So not great. We didn't gain as much as the week before. The Multiverse Nexus testing has been ongoing all week. I went ahead and wanted to run many runs in different configurations as I could to try to get the best one I could find. Shout out to the guys in Discord who were trying to help me along the way figure out what I was doing wrong. I kind of broke Multiverse Nexus, I think. You're guys going to see in the update. But, yeah, they were helping along the way, giving some tips and try this and try that. I pretty much tried everything, but we're going to talk about that when we get over there. Everything that I could within my power anyway. So we're at 24Q for the week. And let me go ahead and let's jump into the tournament updates. And then we will see you at the end of the tournament. Alright guys, it is Saturday morning the 3rd. We're going to have to start the tournament here soon. Let's go ahead and open it up and check out the conditions. We got Death Ray Resistance, Ultimate Weapon Duration, False Ultimate, Ranged Ultimate, Mass Enforcement, the skips, and Energy Shield down, more bosses. I'm going to make sure I remember to put Energy Shield on this time. Ultimate Weapon Duration won't really affect my black hole. I won't get far enough. Ranged Ultimate is going to be a little bit of dicey. We're going to see how that plays out. That's what's going to hurt me the most. We're going to start with Permanent Black Hole. We're going to put on Primordial Collapse and G-Comp. Probably not Amplifying Strike. Let's go with Death Penalty. And I can max that up. Okay. Alright, so we'll be back. And I'll give you some updates along the way. Alright, I'm here. We've used everything. Has been popped. It's the end. Bosses are not really doing it. It's ranged ults are getting through sometimes and disabling the tower, and then it's just dead instantly. You'll see. I'm gonna let this run until I die. But bosses, they hurt. They're getting it up to like I saw one get to almost half once, but they're not hurting as bad as the ranged ults. All right. And there we have it. Okay, we're gonna do another run. I'm gonna try more of a damage build, probably what's it called, DC. So we're gonna come back around, and we'll be back. Sweet. I don't know what did I just end at? 120 something, right? I hit 120 something. Man, if I went over 124, that'd be awesome. All right. We'll, I think that's it for now. I'm going to get back to farming because I did a multiple runs. Let's go look at the, oh yeah, this will tell me. 123, one shy of that guy. Oh my goodness. Okay, if I get bumped into 25 later today, I may just quit my run and do one more because that's so close. All right, we'll see you guys. See you tomorrow or later or whatever. Bye. Alright guys, what up? It is Sunday morning, early morning before work. Let's see what we got. Oh, we did it. We got 24. So we're going to claim that. Alright guys, welcome back. It is Wednesday morning now. I had a rough day like yesterday, so yesterday evening and this morning, so fell a little behind in farming. Let the game end and probably lost about 5 hours of doing nothing. But cells are still way up because of that. We're not going to talk a whole lot about what we're doing right now because we're going to do all that at the end. This is tournament time. I'll do a quick brief touch though and say that this 1.56Q is all I've made this week. It's crazy. I've not made any money. The Multiverse Nexus is not turning out to be the greatest yet. We're going to keep tweaking that, and then you're going to see all the results here at the end of this video. But as of right now, it's rough. But we are in Legends again. So boom, back in Legends. We're staying in again. Let's stay again. Maybe. We want to look at the heats real quick. We got Death Ray Resistance, Knockback Resistance, Armored Enemy, Boss Ultimate, Fast Ultimate, Skip Delays, and Death Defy Down. And Death Defy Down, I just thought about to put that all in there too. Like, this is not going to be a good combination, I don't think, for my SD makeup. I think my Permanent Black Hole is going to do a little better. The Fast Ultimates with the Boss Ultimate is still going to be a little rough, but we're going to have to get rid of everything else. Armored Enemies and the Knockback Resist just need to keep everything off the tower, so I think the Black Hole is going to be the way to go. But of course, we're going to try it. We're going to do a couple runs. I may do a couple clips during the runs. I want to try to keep this short, though, so we'll see how many clips I grab, but we are definitely going to go for a few runs and see what works the best. I just don't have that much confidence in my glass cannon style build because I'm still, most of my labs, I guess I'd say EHP heavy right now. But with the glass cannon mods, I am not going to do very well in this one. So we'll see. Last week y'all saw that was the first time that any kind of like damage build beat my Permanent Black Hole or EHP build, so that was pretty cool. We'll be back. Let's get set up and get in the tournament. We're going to do the same thing as last time. We'll run the Space Displacer with Dim Core, probably not Project Funding, since probably Pulsar Harvester, because I want those levels reduced while that armor is getting stacked. We'll see. I might even run one with both. We'll see. But I'll catch you up as we go. Alright, we're coming off of Demon Mode here any moment. I'm just going to let this run and see if I catch the ending. It got really rough there for a second. Once those fast start getting through with a boss, it's over. Alright, let's see what happens. All right, 100. Interesting. All right, we'll try that again. We'll let those brackets move for a little bit before we actually see what we're doing. So I'll try it again with different makeup, like displacer and dim core. I just don't, not that one. I just don't think. I wish I had an ancestral dim core. But we're gonna put that on. Let's go and do that right now, and then we'll get to it. I'll be back. Now we're starting on the space displacer build. We are running max range card. Let's go over the cards real quick. We do have the free ups and cash. We're going to swap that out for probably landmine, stun, and maybe wave skip. And then we'll just cycle that in and out as I need for rebuild. And then we'll go down the list. Here's what I'm using. Significant change is, you'll note, we got orbs and range and slow aura on from the beginning. No health or regen, because that doesn't matter in this build. So that's what we're going to run here. This is what I did last time for Space Displacer, where I ended up doing my best run. Maybe a little extra wall health might make a difference, because then I might get an extra tick on a boss before it pops. If I use that card, I don't know. I might put health on, but I doubt it. I don't think it makes... The wall pops so quick, I don't think the extra health's going to matter. Oh, and then mods. The mods for this run are as follows. We're doing Astral Deliverance for the bouncy chain lightnings. I am running the Pulsar Harvester just because I don't think that I'm going to be killing everything. I mean, I already going to have more damage with the dim core for chain lightning, but I want to, as these armor things are keeping everything at bay, it's going to be reducing the levels. So when they do, if they do get through to hit, or I don't know, I might switch it up and do a what's it called, a project funding one too. But Pulsar Harvester is what we're trying. I like the level reductions, especially when we only got to 100. If I can drop their levels 10 to 20 levels, that's pretty good. Dim core, we're running dim core. I wish I had this ancestral, and then this space displacer. I really am kind of jealous of this wall rebuild on my sharp fortitude. I know that's not the build for sharp fortitude. Like when the wall goes down, typically it's not good, and it's over. But as you saw in this last run, it came up a couple times. Or I don't think it would have made it up actually without even. It took second wind to pop it, so I don't think it really matters. All right, we're gonna farm this for a bit. Well, not farm, but we're gonna run this for a bit, and I'll be back. Yeah, so the project funding one went okay, but this is ridiculous. Where's the history? Whoops, wrong one. Look at this. I did 100 waves with it also, so yay. I just needed to break the tie. That sucks. So I guess I'm going to try it again. I'm going to run the other one. I'm going to keep trying, I guess. I don't know. Bummer. Cost gems, but I got a lot of gems. Alright, we'll be back. I'm going to try EHP one again. So this is weird. I got there's a landmine floating around from the last one. I don't know. We started a new... I'm on wave 4. There's a landmine from a space displacer that I don't have equipped. So that's funny. Anyway, here's what we're running again. EHP. Except for with death penalty. Alright, a little bit of an update. We got wings still, second wind, and demon mode. Ooh, it's tense. I'm running it at one time because I'm just... My heart was pumping. I popped that nuke last time. Barely got the boss before it killed me. The wall was already down when the boss spawned, so... Alright, I'm going to be quiet. We're going to try to record the rest of this. I'll probably just speed it up for the video. All right, well, that was, I don't know if I'm doing another one. That's crazy. This was a rough bracket. I think 100 is about the best I'm gonna get. So we're gonna take whatever it gets. If I get demoted, so be it. We'll see what happens later. I'll be back tomorrow. See ya. Or yeah, tomorrow, later tonight, whenever I show the update. See ya. What's going on, guys? Thursday morning. Boom, we're gonna collect. We finished 23. Check this out. Oh, shout out to Take Less Do More. He pointed out in the Discord we were in the same bracket. Shout out, man, barely. Oh, he was so close to 4th place. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter here, right? What do you? Oh, here. What are the prizes? I'll have to look at the next thing. I was thinking you didn't get promoted, but we're in Legends. Yeah, look at this. 100, 101, 102. So I was tied with that 100 with those 3 guys for most of those tries. And then this guy must have done the same thing as I did and just kept trying over and over and over until he got something. He fought for that one. Let's look at the history real quick. You'll see it was the 100, 90, 100, and finally the 102. I'm sure we looked at this yesterday. I'm pretty sure we looked at it yesterday. So the EHP build, just sitting there and trying again, went a little better with the defense card, which was funny that that didn't make that much of a difference. Funny enough, you would think that 11% defense would have, but I guess it didn't. Once that damage scaled up, it didn't matter. And then we did that run there. So we're gonna talk about the Multiverse Nexus here when I can record tomorrow, but we're probably switching back to 100-second cooldown on the G-Bot for now, so we can farm more money. All right, we'll get back to that. We'll talk about it later. Ooh, look at the stones. We're getting close. All right, guys. Welcome back to today, present time, Friday the 9th. I know you're running to see what has happened with the Multiverse Nexus. We'll get into that in just a second. We're up to 994 stones. So once this next mission box unlocks here, we're going to be able to unlock card masteries. Let's go look at the card mastery. We're going to pick up package chance. Even though I'm still I'm not... it's more like eating my vegetables. I'm forcing myself to do it. I'm not excited about it because I don't really... The shards are cool, but there's more exciting and sexy cards to pick. But we're going to start with this because I know that's the one we definitely need to get building up those shards for the future. So we're going to get it. I need to pick up another card slot, but I'm going to do a little rolls while the banner's up, but then we're going to get a card slot. Because in the meantime, I'm going to have to sacrifice something to fit the... Here's I was doing some experimenting with the Multiverse Nexus. But we're going to have to change some stuff around, like maybe no damage card while I'm running it. We'll see. The damage isn't that huge in the farming anyway, but I am doing tier 13 when I'm in the PC build. So it does help a little, but we're going to definitely slot that on. I did a little bit, I think I put a little clicks into enhancements here and there, and then or not enhancements, regular workshop, and then I stopped myself because I was like, wait for the... There's going to be an event mission, and I might as well get at least something out of that. But I'm going to probably... I think I did this one some. I put a little in these guys. But I think I'm done on attack, because that's only 150-ish waves away from 150 to max. But I'm going to do a little bit more in wall health. I want to get that up a click. I might finish off health, just... All of these things, the more workshop that's done in the beginning of the Legends runs, the better. Because I'm just spending cash and not maxing it out when I'm only getting 100 waves is not good. And then we'll probably do a little bit more enemy skips again, but those are not hugely important right now with the way things have been changed. The damage is at 165, crit factor 168, super crit multiplier 165, attack speed still 119 on the enhancements. I might put some more into that here coming up. I don't know yet. I did click into health over the week. We got regen 170, health 170, and wall health 170. orb size 115. I might do a little more clicks into that too. I think I want to work on enhancements again for a bit. But I'm going to be doing some coin with my... Got to save some coin for the mastery too, so I'm going to bounce it around there. Cash bonus is still 1.47, sorry. Coin bonus is going to be 1.38 for a minute. Cells still 1.31. Free ups 1.17. I'm going to probably need to get back into that because it's pretty sure Black Hole Digester is the way. Level skips 113. Alright. And then while we're here, we'll look at the ultimate weapons. Nothing's changed here. I got a few comments on my chain lightning over the last few weeks, last week specifically, but I might do a little bit more clips because we do want to get this up a little bit. But when I'm using dim core, I'm over 20%, I think, and the quantity's good. But I could still put a little bit more investment in my chain lightning, just a bit. And then I also want to put just a bit, like I said, I still want to do another quantity and death wave, maybe a couple more bonus clicks, a little bit more size, a little bit more angle. So those are where I want to work on with my current, but I'm not going to spend anything right now because I'm getting some more masteries. We'll do all that before we get the next ultimate weapon, though. Well, not all of that, but we'll click into some of that stuff before we get the next ultimate weapon. And we already looked at the masteries. Here, we'll just blow through some of this. Labs. I think last week we did a huge lab in depth, so... Oh yeah, I got my sheet. I'll have to update that. So we'll just look at what I'm running right now. Golden Bot, duration's almost 16. I ran demon mode because, you know, just want to get it out of the way. I don't really, it's not, I know I'm not really using it yet, but I want just getting it out of the way. Just cleaning out some of that stuff. Lab coin is on its way. I'm just going to keep running that for a while. With shatter shards, lab coin probably to max, I guess. I don't know. At least for a while. And then I'm going to take shatter shards off and redo it and see how much money I save. After demon mode, I think I'm going to put on second wind and maybe finish that because it's close to finish too. And then maybe double death ray just because I've been wanting to do that for a while. Health is on its way to max probably, or at least in the 90s. Let's look at the history if it will let us. Cool, it does. Basically what we've been talking about. You can see the history here. Golden Bot's still going. Yeah, it's been doing slow labs right now. Slow labs. All right. So I'll go ahead and let's I'll throw up the lab sheet. I think. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna break right now. All right. So here's the lab sheet. Screenshot. I'm just going to put a screenshot up. I highlighted the ones that changed, kind of. That way it showed what it was. So this way, I'm not going to read through every stat like I did last week. But the enemy labs down on the end, we don't have anything in, so they're cut off. But so the notable changes was the lab coin discount went from 34 to 46 this week. We're going to continue that, like I said. The health lab went from 82 to 86. The demon mode recharge went from 1 to 6. And the golden bot duration went from 13 to 15. And the cooldown, we went from 8 to 10. That was to get the 65-second sync for the Multiverse Nexus so that we could do the proper runs with the Multiverse Nexus and the Ultimate Weapon synced at 65 seconds with the golden bot. So that's the lab sheet. Anyone that wants to read it over, you can pause it there, but I'm not going to read through every single one. Like a week, maybe next week or a week two, I'll read it over again. But I'm going to probably just keep doing something like that and keep the changes that way. And just highlight what we did. All right. Let's get back to... So, yep, there's the lab. That's the lab update. Before we get into the modules, I want to, because I like to pull, I got to pull some mods. And I like to pull them at the end because they're really distracting me and I'll forget things. So let's go through the event. We've unlocked the purchase. I think this is new this week, right? 10 days. Yeah, so this is a brand new event. I did buy the stones because of the I always buy at least 2 clicks, and needed to get those so that we can get that mastery going. So we bought the cool looking background. And then Golden Bot is looking like this right now. It's 29 duration, 65 second cooldown, 4.4 bonus. So when I respec the Golden Bot, the only thing I lost was a few seconds of duration and 1 click of bonus. I was at 4.46. So the bonus didn't really change. The duration I lost a few seconds, but we dropped the cooldown a bunch. So realistically, the uptime on the Golden Bot right now is way better than it was at 100 seconds and 30 whatever it was. So we'll get to what happened with the Golden Bot soon. What's happening on the mission front? Yeah, so all the missions are being done like normal. We have new relics, the happiness balloons. Yay, defense absolute. Thorns though, 2%. Looking forward to the amazing prizes. Because more thorns is cool. I think that's going to make me have 119% regular thorns. And then you got the cash bonus as the delicious food. And the carousel of joy for the increased coins. What are they doing to me? So I'm going to be jealous. I might miss this one. I don't know if I can. I'm going to see about buying it or not. I don't know. I don't know. As I mentioned casually earlier this week, I had a rough day on Wednesday. Yeah. I had a dog. My dog passed. My little boy Bailey, he was 15 years old. Yeah, you have pictures of him. I put him in the Discord and chat. You have a little channel for people's photos of their pets. But he was a good boy, and it came out of nowhere. He was old, though, so it wasn't totally out of nowhere. But I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to put people down, but love your pets. Hug your pets, guys. But yeah, with that, it was a big expense to take him to the vet. So now I don't know for sure if I'm going to buy that. I was going to buy it because this is tempting, increased coins, but we'll get back to it. Guild. Sorry. Guild. See, I got distracted on my puppy. Guild. Doing good. Guild is doing good. Welcome to the new members. I think we picked up Zephyr. Welcome Zephyr on his alt. Shout out Zephyr. And then, I guess it's Nad. I'm not sure how we would pronounce your in-game name there. But he's in Discord. Do you know the way? So welcome aboard, you guys. So now we have a full crew. Everyone's here. So that's good. And that is good. Guardian. Don't have enough to do anything else on, but he's at 100 seconds still summon and 16 seconds on. I've just been clicking into duration as I get these bits. We were using him. Let's go ahead and put the mouse clicky on. Let's go, Mickey. The mouse. That's hilarious. We're gonna do it though. 140. That's not enough. One more away, and then I got all the stuff. I think everyone's looking like this now. We just need one more click, and then we'll pick up the stuff over here. Good stuff. Good stuff on the guild update. Keep it up, everyone. Okay. So let's get over to the modules. Actually, let me make sure I don't have. Alright, so we'll look a bit at the modules before we do a poll. So my last run, I was trying Shrink Ray. I've been doing lots of different combinations of stuff. Here is the Multiverse Nexus. What we ended up with, it was alright. I didn't get all of the subs that I wanted. We got the cooldown and the cooldown. Those are two important ones. The duration was cool. I got my 3 favorites. I wanted those 3 for sure. We wanted Death Wave quantity. We wanted the 2 cooldowns, so that way we had 65 seconds. After that, I was kind of just looking for Spotlight Angle. GT duration would be cool. We just took that. So it was already up to like 700. It's funny how the rerolls work, right? That was already 750k, I think, or something like that. And the space displacer here, which is pretty good, I think, for getting like 200. I was like 200k or something, 250k. I think I said a few weeks ago. I just barely clicked around and got that. So it's just funny how that works out. Like the things you don't care so much, and you're like, yeah, these are fine, ends up turning out pretty good, and then the one you really want to get the bunch of good stuff on it, it just doesn't. But anyway, that's the Multiverse Nexus we're using. I know we probably could have eked out better if I had Spotlight Angle, but the Black Hole Digester combo with it. So I'd like to now spend some time re-rolling that and try to get the kill coin bonus up to Ancestral, and then get the correct level skip up. And then I need package. Need to get package chance on that, actually, because we're right around the corner of doing RCP? RPC? Yeah, so that's actually next priority, matter of fact. So later on after the video, I'm going to probably work on that. So hopefully next week we will see this has Ancestral this and Ancestral package. But I mean, yeah, I'll take anything. I'll take a mythic package. We need to do something on it. Anyway, before we actually do the rolling and pull some stuff, let's look at the history, because I want to show you why the Multiverse Nexus. You know what? Before we do that, just kidding. Let's pull the mods. So we got 5,400, or sorry, 5,000. 5040. I was thinking of not rolling the banner and doing the card slot, but then I thought that's just dumb, right? The card slots, it's going to happen. The card slot's going to happen, but I might as well roll this, because even if I double up Black Hole Digesters and get more of those, I mean, it's not bad. It's that coin bonus. I mean, we need to get those started up anyway. So, but I would really looking to get some project funding, another Pulsar Harvester, but really some project funding. I want to get that to Ancestral. So let's see what we do. We got 5,000. Oh yeah, let's go. I should have clicked that thing. That was the first 200. Here we go. That was 200, another 200. Yeah, restorative bonus, cool. I mean, I could use that too, because I don't have Ancestral that yet. I got a little exciteder than I should have been, because it was a Singularity Harness, which I guess is alright. We got to get those too, right? Eventually, we're going to be using assist mods, and we're going to need all of them. Alright, another Galaxy Compressor. Cool. Might be able to star that. We got a Being Annihilator. I really would like a Dim Core, though, so that's why I was like, I kind of want to do the regular banner, but we're going to do a little bit of this. I don't think I want to do all 5k. I don't know, we'll see. Another G-Comp, wow. What'd we do? We're okay, we're already halfway, so. Another Sharp Fortitude. Singularity Harness. Alright, we got a Dim Core. Bunch of good pulls. Alright, another Black Hole Digester. We got 1,000 left. Let's go ahead and merge all these. I'm gonna want to merge those. Don't need these merged just yet. I'm gonna merge those later into epics and shatter them when we get Shatter Shards 5. Alright, so all those are cleaned up. What we can do now is star another 4. Look at that. Wow. 804 to 833. Insane. Okay, hold on. Before we click that, let's see. Base 1.69. I just like to see the bases change. Where are we going? Oh, wrong screen. Merge. Now what is it at? 1.74. All right, that's cool. Multiplies off of that. It's gonna be hot. Okay, well, back to merge. Not that guy. What was the other one we got to fix up? Galaxy Compressor. Whoops, I meant to click it. We got one of those. We're gonna 2-star that now. Or 1-starred, I think. What did it say? Yeah, no, we did 2-star that. Okay. And then what was the other thing we got? It was the Singularity Harness. So, boop, boop. Now we Ancestral that. Alright. Mods are coming along. We still got 1,000 stones, or gems. Should I do some more? Kinda want to do some more. I'd like to get, what do we need? 2 more dim cores, and I only need 1 more digester. 1 more pulsar harvester. Or is it 2 more digesters? Yeah, I need 2 more digesters. And 1 more pulsar harvester. Because I'd like to star it again. Yeah, we can save for the slot after this. We're gonna do it. Ooh, another fortitude? That's crazy. Ooh, okay. And another G comp? What the heck? Alright. There's gonna be some people upset about that one. I've been looking for G comp forever. Why, I pull like 3 of them on this? Okay. I don't think that's going to be enough to do anything else. Let's pause this and check it out. Alright. We got another star on the G-Comp. Let's go. Okay. Crazy. So got 2 stars in the G-Comp, 1 star in the Black Hole Digester. Alright, mods are definitely coming along. We are out of gems. Okay, so nothing's going to change there. Let's go ahead and look at the run tracking data sheet. Alright, so we're over on the data run tracking data sheet. So last week we made the video on the 2nd. So right here, and that's when I unlocked the Multiverse Nexus during the polls. So here it was the first, I did a tier 12. And I ran it with Galaxy Compressor and Multiverse Nexus with the G-Bot at 100 seconds just to see what the baseline would be, and got 15.4 trillion with 19k cells. And we went for 8 hours at 6,500 waves on tier 12. So definitely a hit on the waves for tier 12 due to no primordial collapse. That makes sense. But I just wanted to run something before I did a respec because I had to change the lab levels, I think, a little bit. So before we could do that. So then after that run, I ran the next one was another Prim C. So as a baseline again, reminder, primordial collapse. Here's another one here because I did. So the primordial collapse, we can run tier 12 to 8,500-ish and tier 13 to like 62, 6,400. And we're getting 22 to 24. Back down here, we had 25.78. That was the high for a Black Hole Digester with Primordial Collapse. We were consistently 22 to 25. 24, 23, 23. And that was on all in tier 13s, running 8 hours. Cells were good enough. 18k, 19k is enough to, well, 18k, 18, 17. That's enough to do 4x all of everything. So that's what I was doing as a reminder. And then we switched over. I quit this run because I realized that coins were just not there. Or again, I was at 12 trillion, so I just quit that run so that we could respec. And that's when my lab was done. So here was the first run with the full, and I did a bunch of stuff. I did a bunch of tests. Golden Bot was 65 seconds, syncing with Black Hole Digester and Multiverse Nexus. I didn't use damage cards, and I took off my damage mods just to get a start baseline. 18.86 trillion, 15.612, 68k cells on a tier 12 though, only going 5,300. So that was a huge hit, which I kind of figured as well. But again, we're doing tests, so I was like, wow, it was a bigger hit than I thought though. So then we ran it back again, same thing, no damage cards, Black Hole Digester. We got 19 trillion, 0.24 coins per hour with 20.75 cells. So a lot better cells, but we ran almost 12 hours on a tier 11 at 9,000 waves. So not that great. I don't want to go that long. I want to try to get a good 8-hour run. So I tweaked it up again, and we turned damage on, and I did some other changing. So throughout this stuff, I didn't record every single note I did, but if I saw anything that was a big gain or felt like it was helping, we were going to switch it up. And I was chatting with the Discord, so we tried stuff like upping the range, lowering the range, using a range card, so that way it's smaller. I tried changing up the cards. We tried changing the perk orders. I tried banning certain perks and allowing certain perks, like the range trade-off and not, things like that. I don't know. We just tried a couple different things to see if we could get anything better out of it. And then so here I ran a black hole digester with primordial collapse with the 65 seconds on 13, just to see if having black hole digester off sync with or the ultimate weapons off sync with G-Bot was a huge hit. So anyone that's curious with that, here's a good run. Look at this. We did the same waves, and it was about 8 hours, and it was just about 10 trillion less. Because back over here, we did a 2578 using black hole digester with 100-second G-Bot. So having that off sync dropped it to 15 trillion an hour. That's huge. So we continued playing around. I did G-Comp with Multiverse Nexus using damage cards. I tried them. I think this one's without. Like I said, I stopped kind of making notes on that. It was just mentally, like, nothing was really changing, as the black hole digester is the best. G-Comp was not. Everything with G-Comp was down compared. Like the G-Comp Multiverse Nexus, worst one's 14 trillion here on a tier 12 and 15.97 on a tier 11. And that went for 15 hours. So that was not great. Cells were great. Look at that, 25k cells through the roof. Okay, but I just, as you can see, not a whole lot changed. The best I could get was 19. So what I'm thinking now is, for now, seems like my tower, the best build, is going to be going back to 100 seconds and using Primordial Collapse with Black Hole Digester, because that was the best coins per hour. The cells, they're just down just barely. It's not enough that I care to run this all the time, I don't think. Excuse me. So we'll do some more testing later. It's only the flip of I just got to do maybe 2 lab levels, respec the metals, and we can go back to 65 seconds later and try it again. But I kind of feel bad, like I broke it somehow, because everybody was so excited to see how much gains I was going to get. But I tried. I gave it a good shot. We're going to get back to, I guess, over to the tower. Alright, so I think we're going to, like I said, we're going to focus on the event bot respec to 100 seconds, which I just realized we can't do because I don't have the gems. We spent all the gems, but we'll come back to that, I guess, tonight maybe, or tomorrow. I might buy the guild gems and do it. We'll see. But yeah, if you liked what you saw and you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe and like the video if you did, because it does help in the surfacing and the algorithm and whatnot. And if you want to follow along and chat and provide some more feedback and tips of what you think I could have done different, the Discord links in below. The guys in there are pretty helpful with some ideas. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work out on my tower where I'm currently at. I know Multiverse Nexus is like the end game for everybody, but right now it doesn't seem to be boosting me, and I wanted to at least give it a fair shake. I had a comment saying that I'm wasting time losing coins, and I was like, well, I at least wanted to give it a week's worth of tries and try different builds. I don't want to just do 1 or 2 runs and say, not for me. So hopefully next week we'll be back on track and have some big boosts again, and hopefully continue the tournament pushing. So hopefully we can just stick it out. This will be our 4th time in Legends in a row. That's the first time doing that, so that's pretty exciting. So at least there's that front going on. But again, if you had any follow-up, want to talk or chat or anything, there's the Discord, there's the comments below. I'll talk to you there. I hope everyone has a good week, and I'll see you later. All right, peace.